We're live from the city of Seven Mountains. Welcome to Bergen, Norway, as we have the ENBL matchup between the Fyllingen Lions out of Bergen and TalTech ALEXELA out of Estonia. My name is Max Cates, welcoming you to the broadcast as we'll look into both of the teams. We'll start off with TalTech. 2 victories, 2 losses. Their first 2 losses came in a row during their first 2 games of the season, both against Donar Groningen earlier in the year, as well as a very talented Sintinix MBC team. But since then, they won their last 2 games in a row with a really good victory against Alkar Sinj. And now they're looking to win 3 in a row and inch one step closer to the ENBL playoffs. While for the Lions, 0-5 this season, and came off a really tight loss against Donar Groningen last week with a final score of 88-80. And Lions coach Alex Njai said he was really happy with this team, and in a lot of big stretches, they played really good defense, but it was the small things that got the job done. They attacked angles and did all sorts of necessary things to beat them on the rebounding edge. I'll also go more into that later. We'll look into the starting lineups for TalTech. They'll start off with C. Marcus Post, one of the best playmakers in the entire ENBL. He's followed by Tavi Jurkatam, Oliver Metsalus, Simon Soot, and Oliver Surorg. Those are your starting 5 for TalTech ALEXELA in black. While for the Lions, they'll start off with Ayinde Hikim and Nicolas Skevin at the starting 2 positions. Nolas Aspe, he broke his nose during the Donar Groningen game. He is going to be a big piece that's missing for the Lions. While the last 3 will be Buna and Jai, Bogdan Brinjek, and their starting center, who's been really good, Joshua Keys, the American, now looking to improve his stellar play as of late. Our referees for today are Nikola Bayat, Lanis Verv, and Mantas Buinauskis. This is both of these teams' last ENBL game before the end of the new year. It's going to be Bogdan Brinjek together with Tavi Jurkatam to meet at the center circle. Lions, TalTech ALEXELA, and we are underway. With the win today, TalTech will have 7 points of the season as Simon Soot knocks down the first triple of the game. 13 seconds into the opening tip. Didn't appear versus Donar Groningen, but he has played in all other ENBL games. Brinjek off the post up, stolen, intercepted by Surolg, attacks Benjai and puts it in for 2. A quick 5-0 run to open up the first 40 seconds of the game for TalTech ALEXELA. It was an errant pass, and Surorg read the passing lane, as it's going to still be TalTech ball with 9:19 remaining in the first quarter. Post the fadeaway as he gets fouled on the shot by Brinjek, and now he'll go to the line. First personal against Bogdan. First team foul, 49 seconds into the first quarter. C. Marcus Post has struggled from the line in the ENBL at a 37% clip. This is his second TalTech season, so he misses the first one. He impressed a lot last year, 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, and Estonian League leading 8 assists per game as he splits the pair at the line. TalTech with a quick 6-0 start. The Lions really look to get their first home win in team's history in the ENBL, and there's Bogdan Brinjek off the nice feed by Joshua Keys. Set on the wing, looks to reset up top for TalTech. Post tried to find the cutter down low. It was set. It gets intercepted by the Lions. The Lions have been plagued by injuries this season. They were supposed to have their strongest lineup to date, but there's going to be no loss aspect for the Lions. So it's going to be Ayinde Hakim at the starting guard position. Now, he's been wearing a lot of different hats this year when they were plagued by injuries, especially versus Gimle a couple weeks ago. That's another Norwegian team in the ENBL. They only had 8 players in the roster. Three-pointer missed by Post. The Lions look to push. Joshua Keys, he's been good as of late and connects on the triple. Joshua Keys has been progressively better and better throughout the season in the ENBL, coming off 23 points and 8 rebounds against Donar Groningen. Post misses his second three. Offensive rebound recovered by ALEXELA. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Post on the fadeaway, just off glass. Joshua Keys corrals down the rebound and looks to push. 6-5 is your score. 7:50 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Buna Njai for the Lions. Has been struggling with his right knee, but he's been playing a few games. As the ball goes out of bounds, the Lions will have it. So after the Lions' loss against Donar Groningen last week, ALEXELA said, "We never give up. We fight, we adjust, and we develop as a team." And defensively, they did a lot of great things. However, they struggled a lot with defending the drives and kicks to the shooters. Keys has to take it. Misses down low on the block, and it's going to be Lions ball yet again. Nicely played by Bogdan Brynjak to crash the glass. Last off, a TalTech ALEXELA player, and the Lions will now have a chance to grab the first lead of the game. It's Njai on the fadeaway. Just short. TalTech with a win today. That's going to be their 7th point of the season. And that's going to be right below playoff contention. Well defended by Njai, and it's going to be TalTech turnover. Well played by the Lions in the opening quarter. They've played the passing lanes really well, made it really uncomfortable for the TalTech players to drive inside and get any looks under the paint. And it's stolen and intercepted by Metsalu, and head referee Nicola Bayat will wave it off, so no basket. So Joshua Keys will be whistled for his first personal foul. Now the Lions' second team foul. A little bit over 7 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. So Eric Funge now looks to check in for the Lions. Calix wants a little bit more shooting on the floor as he's going to have to wait. Looks like there's something with his jersey. Now he can come in. So it's Hakim Skoran and Njai Funge and Joshua Keys now on for the Lions. Metsalu now at the line, 75% from the charity stripe in the ENBL this season. 8 straight seasons with TalTech, and he has played some of his best basketball in his career in Tallinn. He knocks down both free throws. 8-5 is your score. TalTech lead by 3. The Lions looking for their first home win in ENBL history as the triple is up, missed by Surorg, and the rebound taken by Keys. The Lions push the pace immediately. Here's Ayinde Hakim. Stolen by TalTech. Metsalu has it, and he's one-on-one with Funge. The spin gets his own offensive rebound, and he'll go to the line. The original whistle was on Keys, but Ayinde Hakim says that's on me, and that's going to be big for the Lions. That would have been Keys' second personal. Instead, it's going to be Ayinde Hakim whistled up for his first personal foul. 8-5 is your score, a narrow game, but it's the TalTech defense on the passing lane that has been the difference so far. Welcome back to Bergen, Norway for some ENBL action right before Christmas. My name is Max Cates, welcoming you to some great European basketball here in the second largest city in Norway. It's currently 8-5. TalTech leads, 6:37 remaining. It's Oliver Metsalu at the line. He's 2 for 2 earlier today from the charity stripe. This is the first one. But he's been really good this season for TalTech. 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, 52% from the field as he splits the pair. Two trips for the foul line for TalTech. The Lions haven't been to the line at all. Here's Erik Funge, a shooter that TalTech has to be careful of. Hakim on the drive on the big. Goes up and finishes that one right past Simon Sutt. Ayinde Hakim struggled from the field versus Donar Groningen, but he was excellent from the line. 7 for 7 from the charity stripe. Nice dish down low. It's Post, one of the best playmakers in the ENBL, to Tavi Jurkatam for 2. Here's Erik Funge on the drive from the elbow. Offensive rebound. There's Joshua Keys with his 5th point of the game. He plays so well for a guy's position, and he can do a little bit of everything as a center. Triples up and in. Oliver Sudorg. 6 points for him, leading all scores of the game. 14-9 is your score. TalTech lead, a little bit less than 5.5 remaining. Stolen by TalTech, and they look to push. It's Sutt to Surorg. Misses from the 10-footer. Rebound goes right back to him. Here's Post, one-on-one with Hakim. Gets it back from Surorg. Takes the triple. That one short. Still struggles from deep. Offensive rebound, Jurkata. The Lions are one of the worst rebounding teams in the league on the offensive and defensive end. Nice footwork, but missed by Metsalu, and Keys grabs the rebound, his 3rd in total. Keys looks to get contact and puts it in with the soft touch. Joshua Keys, a man on fire with 7 points in the first quarter, a little over 5.5 minutes played. And he has, looks like the rim is looking like an ocean for this man. Surorg, good hand by Keys. Skoen dives on the floor. It'll still be TalTech ball. Joshua Keys with a really good start. 2 of 3 from the field. Knocked down his 1 triple in his 1 attempt. And there's going to be a quick substitution for the Lions. Ayinde Hakim and Nicholas Skoen will sit down, and now playing in his 3rd game for the Lions. It's going to be Ethan Igbanugo as Surorg knocks down the triple, his 2nd of the game. TalTech ALEXELA 2 of 7 from deep. Here's ENBLeague as they look to get keys in the post with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Has to hoist it up, couldn't get it off the glass. Rebound taken by Sunalik. Behind the back feed. Couldn't get it to go, but it was a nice pass by Yurketam. 17-11 is your score. TalTech lead, and it's going to be waved off as it's going to be a foul on the floor. Indrek Sunalik with his first personal. Sunalik now in his 3rd season with TalTech, 25 years old, his 6th professional season. Yurketam will take a seat. Christian Kitsing will now check into the game, one of the best shooters in the entire ENBL from downtown this year. 57% from 3. ENBLeague on a drive, gets it swiped out of his hand, but it's going to still be Lions possession. It was a close call whether or not he was going to be a late game scratch due to back spasms. But Calix and Jai said they're going to feel him out, and we'll see how it goes. And Jai misses a little bit too strong on the baseline shot. TalTech look to extend their 6-point lead. Sororg has been good this game. Finds Sunalik in the corner. Rebound taken by Njai. The Lions are shooting 5 of 10 from the field on only 1 triple. 4 of 9 within the 3-point line, and that's where they get their money. They're one of the most leading teams in 2-point attempts. ENBLeague dishes it out to Njai. Barely beats the shot clock, and he rims it short. Two and a half remaining here in the first quarter. Metsalu to a cutting Sunalik, but he couldn't handle the ball. Here come the Lions on the other end. Look to get the lead back, and that's going to be a traveling violation against Buna and Jai. Multiple substitutions for both teams. Simon Sutt will check in, as well as Seam Marcus Post. While the Lions will go for a little bit more size, and Jai will take a seat. Budinyik will now come back onto the floor. Sutt curling down the middle. Resets it up to Post. Post on the drive, dishes it to the corner. Here's Volb for 3. Karel Volb, 3 of 5 now from the season from deep, and TalTech with their 3rd triple in the first quarter. 9-point lead, the largest of the game for TalTech. Here's Liebeck to the rim, and the foul. William Liebeck coming off the bench and goes aggressively along the baseline, and he'll go to the line for the 3-point play. William Liebeck, his first season with the Lions. He hasn't had a lot of minutes so far for this team, but this is a very deep Lions rotation, but he's still a really talented player that can get a lot of momentum going on his own. Makes his first free throw in the ENBL season. The Lions with some momentum, a minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter. Here's Kitsing, looks to hand it off. Here's Sutt. The 2-man game with Kitsing, takes the deep 2, puts it in. Simon Sutt with 5 points. Lead back up to 8 for TalTech. Brynjak doubled. Keys, extra feed. ENBLeague a triple. Kaboom! Ethan Igbonugo, welcome to Herculantal as he knocks down his first triple. Well-defended layup up and in by Post. The Lions pushed immediately. It's momentarily 5-on-4. And Sut fouls quickly. Really smart foul by him. First personal on Sut, 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 24-17, TalTech lead. Oliver Surorg has been leading the charge with 8 points and Simon Sut with 5 for TalTech. While for the Lions, it's Joshua Keys with 7. TalTech shooting 12 of 26 from the field, and it's going to be a quick VAR check on the floor. TalTech has been reading the passing lanes, driving aggressively, and been getting a lot of open threes. They're shooting 40% from deep, 4 of 10 from 3. While the Lions, they've only attempted 3 triples so far. While in the two-point duel, it's been all lines. They're 5 of 11. While TalTech, they are 4 of 8 within the three-point line. TalTech looking for their third ENBL win in a row against the reigning Norwegian champions, the Fyllingen Lions. While for the Lions' sake, they're trying to get their first, not only win of the season, their first home win in international play history. They got 1 win last season against Basket Brno. That was in an away game. And now if the Lions win today, they're going to be knocking on the door within playoff contention. There is a lot to be at stake. A lot of different results have to happen. But the narrow opportunity is still there for the Lions. Head coach Aular Varak, this is his 5th season with the team. The coach for TalTech, he is a 7-time Estonian League champion as a coach with 20 years of experience as a head coach. A brilliant basketball mind. Has been with the Estonian basketball program for as long as he can remember, and we're about to become underway. It's William Liebeck, Joshua Keys, Ethan Igbonugo, together with Bogdan Bryniuk and Ayinde Hikim for the Lions. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Igbonugo momentarily tipped by Yurkatam. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Igbonugo misses the 3. Offensive rebound, Bryniuk, and he'll go to the line. The Lions crashing the offensive glass extremely well, and now they're leading the rebounding duel 9-8. And it's going to be Bogdan Bryniuk at the charity stripe. Misses his first free throw of the ENBL season, coming off a near double-double against Donar Groningen. 9 points, 8 rebounds. 6 games played this year. He's a fill-in for the rest of the year for Rory Van Tofflet, who was one of the Lions' new signings, but now he's out for the season with an ACL tear. 7-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Post, takes the 2, puts it in. See Marcus Post with the fadeaway. 26-18. 3 seconds, it's Hakeem, swatted away by Yurkatam. But it's going to be a goaltending violation. Ayinde Hakeem now on the board with 4 points. This has been one of the better opening quarters for the Lions. Keys momentarily took it away, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's Oliver Surorg's show with 8 points and Joshua Keys dueling him for the Lions with 7 points. And as we look into the statistics, TalTech have been forcing a lot of triples throughout the game. They're 4 of 10 from 3, 5 of 9 within the three-point line. And it's been C. Marcus Post so far with 2 assists. He drives inside and he finds the shooters. And that is something that's going to be huge for TalTech ALEXELA, most notably for the Lions. No Los Aspe coming off a double-double with points and assists. Los Aspe, a phenomenal player. His career high is 12 assists versus Valmira Glas in the ENBL. And he's coming off of 10 assists versus Donar Groningen. So how are the Lions going to answer this? Ayinde Hakim is going to be a big answer. He's been wearing a lot of hats this season. Whether Calix has been putting him as a playmaker. He has been capable of doing that. He was one of the best playmakers in Azerbaijan last year. But he's also been proven to being able to take the scoring load as he's exploded for multiple 20-point games this season. The Lions are going to need a lot from him. And I'll meet you again in the start of the second quarter. Start of the second quarter, it's ENBL action. With the Lions looking for their first ENBL win of the season, will be going against a very capable, red-hot TalTech ALEXELA team coming off of 2 wins in a row after losing their opening 2 ENBL games of the season. And an interesting fact is that their first 2 games of the entire year, both domestically in the Latvian Estonian League and ENBL, were ENBL games. And they were against Sintinix MBC and Donar Groningen, in which they lost, but the way they've came back heading into this game is nothing short of incredible. Since their most recent ENBL win against Alkar Sinj, who the Lions are going to be facing at home, as Nikola Bayat blows the whistle on the floor. Seems like there's something with the clock. A 5-2 record for TalTech ALEXELA in their last 7. This is a team to take note of. They can make a lot of noise in the ENBL. And now, despite that their last in points per game was 68.5, they're 10th in steals per game and 15th in assists. So they know how to put really good defensive pressure, especially on the guards and the passing lanes, which is what we've seen. They're leading the steals battles 4 for 2 so far in the opening period of the second. Skeren down low, Brynjik rejected by Kitsing. And it's going to be Lions possession. However, C. Marcus Post wants a VAR check. And fellow head coach Alar Vadak will agree. So whether or not it's going to be a Lions ball or not, we're going to find out on the VAR check as all 3 referees convene. Nikola Bayat, Lamis Verven, Mantas Buinauskis. And it's going to be a check on the monitor. Second VAR check of the game. This time it's going to be for TalTech ALEXELA to look to get something going. So the main question was whether when the ball was out of bounds, did it go off of C. Marcus Post? Or was it Nicholas Skevin who was the last one who touched it? And originally the call was going to be for Lions basketball, but C. Marcus Post was irate with the call and he immediately motioned towards a VAR check. This has been a very back-and-forth game, as we've seen as of late. We've seen Joshua Keys push it up for the Lions. Ayinde Hakim leading the charge at the guard position, especially after offensive rebounds. As the VAR check is still going to be in play. And something ALEXELA has noted that he wants this team to push the pace. I spoke with him before the game and I told him, this TalTech team only has 8 players in their roster. Does that ring a bell? And he said, yeah, we had 8 players against Gimla last month. So he said, we want to make them uncomfortable, we want to push the pace, and we want to get them in foul trouble. And so far, it has worked. So far, it's been 4 team fouls for TalTech, while the Lions only have 3, as the VAR check is still underway. And after a VAR check, it's going to remain Lions ball, as it's 9:39 remaining here in the second quarter. That was a long VAR check, if you ask me. Anyways, we're going to be back underway. The Lions looking for their first win of the season, 0-5 in the ENBL. It's Joshua Keys, Ayinde Hakim, Nicolas Skoen, Buna Njai, and Bogdan Brinjak on the floor for the Lions. Keys with 3 seconds on the shot clock, just short off the baseline. TalTech shooting 40% from 3 in the opening quarter, 4 of 10 from deep. Here's Post. Kicks it out. Sudorga triple. Offensive rebound, Yurkatam. Kitsing, Sudorg, Yurkatam, muscling Keys, and he'll go to the line. Nope. Traveling violation. Well defended by Joshua Keys, sticking his ground, putting his hands up. That was 1 too many steps for Tabi Yurkatam. Lions 8 of 16 from the field in the opening quarter. Largest lead for TalTech was as much as 10. Skoen knocks down the triple. Nicolas Skoen struggling from deep in the ENBL at 19%. But in the Norwegian League, the BLNO, 43% from 3. So the Lions are going to need him to channel that domestic energy for the Lions to get the dub. Post on Njai. Nice move with the shoulder. Rebound tipped, and Ayinde Hakim comes up with it. Here comes Hakim to Buna Njai. Flyby triple. Brinjak the offensive rebound. And that's going to be a traveling violation against Bogdan Brinjak. But he's been really good on the glass, as that's going to be his first offensive rebound of the game, and he's known for getting a lot of crucial rebounds for the Lions. 3-point TalTech lead. It's Post a triple, rattles that one home. See Marcus Post. Not notably a scorer, this is his 7th point of the game. He averages 7 points per game. As the Lions turn it over, it's Ayinde Hakim losing it. Keys reads the passing lane and gets the steal. Looks to motion, and Jai almost stolen by Post. They have to get it past the half-court line. 8-second violation. And Joshua Keys motioning to his team that I need help to get the ball across the half-court line. I'm getting pressured by the point guard. And that's going to be another turnover for the Lions. That's their 7th of the game. Suror on the baseline drive. Kitsing found Nikola Bayat, the referee. He dodges out of that one. So a turnover for TalTech. That's their 5th of the game. Here's Keys. Nice footwork and touch under the rim. 9 points for Joshua Keys on 4 of 7 shooting. Post drives on Keys, stolen by Ayinde Hakim. Hakim races down the floor, and Tavi Yurkatam will meet him halfway towards the three-point line. That's Yurkatam's first personal foul. Team's first here in the second quarter. 7 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. Both teams are fairly equal on shooting from the field. The Lions are 10 of 21. TalTech 10 of 22. The Fyllingen Lions, one of the leading teams in the BLNO this season. The teams that's in first place, it's Gimle. Skeren in and out on the triple. Rebound taken by Sunilek. Well defended by Skeren on the steal. Keys on the drive. Couldn't get that one to go. Here's Post. 4th in the ENBL in assists per game. Here's Sudorg, a deep one. A rebound taken by Joshua. Here's Ayinde Hakim, had a stellar season in Azerbaijan last year with Upshernan Baku. Offensive rebound, Brinyek, extra feed, and Jai. Buna and Jai with the triple. And the crowd in Bergen on their feet as they cut the TalTech lead down to 1. It's Joshua Keys' show with 9 points, and it's going to be Buna and Jai finally on the scoreboard with a triple. Energetic in Norway, and we'll be back. 6:16 remaining here in the second quarter. A 9-point deficit cut down to 1 with a Buna and Jai triple. 29-28 is your score. A little over 6 minutes remaining. My name is Max Cates, welcoming you to some phenomenal ENBL action right before Christmas. And the Lions looking to get a gift, which is their first ENBL home win in the team's history. Buna and Jai, coming off a 13-point performance against Donar Groningen, was 5 of 12 from the field. As we're back underway. Estonia, a country known for its passionate basketball fan base, where incredible basketball is being played, and Joshua Keys reading the passing lane. Hakeem driving and scoring, attacking Sunalik on the rim, taking charge and banking it in, and the Lions have their first lead of the game. There's a man that can put on a lot of hats for a team. It's Hakeem. Post fails to answer on the triple. 1 of 5 from deep is Post. Hakeem does it himself, couldn't put it in. Post, nice dish. Yurkatam for 2. See Marcus Post, excellence with the ball in his hands and passing the rock. 3rd assist for him. TalTech get their lead back with 5 minutes remaining in the half. Skeven misses the foul line jumper. Sudolg stolen again by Keys. Look what I found. His 4th steal of the game. Hakeem weasels his way for 2, and he now sits at 8 points. Four of 5 from the field for Ayinde Hakeem. Post tried to find a cutting Metsalu, and that's a TalTech turnover. That's their 3rd of the game. TalTech with 9 total turnovers. The Lions with 9 turnovers. Lions are 4 of 9 from 3 at 44%. That would have been a season high. While TalTech 5 of 14 from deep, 35%. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Stolen and read by Simon Sutt on the pass. Here's Yurkatam. Gets doubled on the right block, has to reset. Sutt on the drive, open lay for 2. Simon Sutt with 7 points. He has had stints in Iceland in 2022, as well as Austria in 2019. Igbanugo a triple. Way short, saved by Funge, and it's going to be TalTech basketball. TalTech looking really comfortable these last few minutes. Sutt the fake. No contest from Keys because they thought he was going to pass it. And Simon Sutt on fire with 9 points. And Jai a triple. That one's short. That one's a little too strong, and he keeps struggling from the field. And Jai now 1 for 7 in 20 minutes played. Late whistle, but a foul will be called on the floor against Joshua Keys, his 2nd personal. Now the team's first with 2:43 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now William Liebeck will now check in. He had a really energetic 1st quarter. Had an and one, which put the crowd on their feet, which helped swing the momentum to the Lions' favor. Hakeem will take a seat. Valb. Here's Sunalik, goes down, and a foul will be called on Eric Funge for the Lions. Two consecutive fouls in quick succession as Eric Funge whistled for his 1st personal. Sutt, Metsalu, Valb with Sunalik on the floor. The triple's up. That one's just short by Metsalu, and the Lions have it. Joshua Keys for three. He puts it in. A man on fire, it's Joshua Keys out of Muskingum University in New Concord. Has dominated across Asia and Europe. And now he takes his talents to Norway as he comes up with the steal. And Jurka Tam will be whistled for the foul. The best player on the floor leading the charge for the Lions, Joshua Keys. 2 of 3 from, he's 3 of 6 from downtown. 7 out of 14 shooting. He's been dominant. Also had a 25-point, 15-rebound game versus Kapfenberg in their second more recent ENBL game. Keys flies in for the offensive rebound. No-look dish to Njai. And it's still going to be Lions ball. Joshua Keys everywhere on the floor for the Lions. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and now an ENBL season high, 5 steals. This has been his half, to say the least. And Njai, known for his smooth game, crosses over and gets inside to the cup, and he'll go to the line. Simon Soot whistled for his second personal foul, second team foul against TalTech. The Fyllingen Lions now on the foul line. It's Buna Njai. He is only 2 for 2. He was perfect from the stripe against the Alpha Heften Bulls out of Austria. Njai knocks down the first one and hits the second. This is his 11th game back since being sidelined due to a knee injury. And the Lions will need him. He made his debut overall in the season against the Nidaros Jets in October 18th. Handoff action. Valb driving, reverse and in. Karel Valb with 5 points. The 21-year-old with some beautiful English on the other end. Tie game at 37. 1 minute remaining, and it's a blocking foul against TalTech. Valb whistled for his first personal, team's third. There's something the Lions did really well against Donar Groningen last week. It's going to the foul line. They took good control of that. They were 17 of 22 from the charity stripe. Donar Groningen, 11 out of 16. And this is what ALEXELA wanted out of his team. He wanted them to make them uncomfortable and go to the line and get them in foul trouble. Keys the spin, misses the reverse, and TalTech look to regain the lead. Looking for their third straight ENBL win of the season after losing their first 2. Nice ball movement. Soot to Valb. Spinning. Loses it, but a foul will be called. Ayinde Hakim whistled for his second personal. Team's third. 32.8 remaining. $18-second difference between shot and game clock. 12 seconds on the shot clock for TalTech. Kitsing finds Metsalu down low, spinning and putting it in. Oliver Metsalu with the spin cycle and puts it in. And ALEXELA is known for taking timeouts at the end of halves. 23.2 remaining. TalTech with a 2-point lead. And we'll see what the Fyllingen Lions will look to drop and look to regain the lead. So we've seen ALEXELA drop plenty of plays to end quarters. This is what he's known for. He draws up a lot of plays and he tries a lot of new things during that period as well, but something that's going to be a guarantee. It may be the Ayinde Hakim, Joshua Keys pick and roll. They may look to drive inside and find the open shooters. And that is something that Kalixinjai has really settled in on throughout the game. Not only with pushing the pace, but forcing the defense to collapse and gather great looks. But one big thing for the Lions that has been phenomenal for them is the offensive rebounding. They're leading 8-5 against TalTech on that department. Joshua Keys with 2 offensive rebounds, with Brynjuk with 3 offensive rebounds, and that has been huge for the Lions here today. So we're back underway in Bergen, a pre-Christmas matchup between the Fyllingen Lions out of Bergen, Norway, and TalTech ALEXELA out of Tallinn, Estonia. It's Funge Hikim together with Ethan Igbanugo, Joshua Keys, and William Liebeck for the Lions to end the half. Hikim looking for some options. Here's Igbanugo. Off the Key screen. Key slips on the foul line. Liebeck a triple. Sticks it in from the corner and beats the buzzer. William Liebeck beats the buzzer and gives the Lions a 1-point lead heading in to the second half. Lions 40, TalTech 39. Gives the Lions their 6th triple of the game. They're now shooting 40% from 3 as a team. A new season high for the team out of Bergen. TalTech have been phenomenal in their own right. They are shooting 25 of 40. They're now shooting 15 out of 30 from the field at a 50% clip. But right now the Lions have been getting huge momentum to end the first half. It's Joshua Keys' show, leading the Lions in all offensive categories with 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. While it's been a very balanced showing for TalTech. 9 points for Simon Sutt and 8 points for both Post and Oliver Surorg. We'll see you back at the start of the second half. The Lions edging closer to their first ENBL home win in the team's history. Welcome back to Hall in Bergen, Norway, as we have the ENBL matchup between TalTech ALEXELA and the Fyllingen Lions. TalTech's largest lead of the game, so much as 9 points in the opening quarter. But the Lions came back, so much so they now have the lead to open up the second half with a little bit over 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Calix and Jai called a timeout and drew up a great play where they got Yinde Hakim together with Joshua Keys on the right wing, and it was of course Ethan Igbanugo on the right wing, found a slipping Joshua Keys, forced the defense to help, and then found William Liebeck from downtown in the corner for his 6th point of the game. Joshua Keys leading the way with 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals here today, and he's coming off of some monster performances in the ENBL. MVP of the game versus Donar Groningen on 23 points and 8 rebounds on 50% shooting. And he's looking to keep building on his stellar performances. 1 point Lions lead. We're back underway here in the second half. Post, a 2-dribble pull-up, misses from the foul line, and Keys now grabs down his 8th rebound. Nice dish by Hakim, as Njai couldn't grab a handle on that. TalTech shooting 50% from 3, 10 of 15 inside the 3-point line. That is normally what the Lions are really good at. That's getting the 2-point buckets under the rim. Stolen by Njai off the foot of Metsalu. Reverse decision by the ref. It's going to be TalTech ball. And the Lions used a VAR check early in the first quarter, so whether or not the referees change it manually, that may not happen. It'll be TalTech ball. Errant pass recovered by Metsalu. He's on the floor with Post. Simon Soot. Nice pull up by Post. A little bit short. Lastly on the floor with Oliver Surorg and Tavi Jurkatam. Here comes Hakim. Missed the layup. Wide open, uncontested under the rim, and couldn't get that one to go. Jurkatam puts it in. Tavi Jurkatam, his 8th pro season out of the University of San Francisco, where he played for 3 years. Overall, a solid ENBL campaign this season. Coming off a 17-point, 13 rebound, which is season high domestically versus Riga Zelje. Offensive rebound Keys, but it eventually goes in the hands of TalTech. Suror to Sut. Extra feed down low. Post, fakes, drives. Couldn't finish. Will still be TalTech ball. Great rotations from the Lions defense. And now with a 14-second shot clock, the Lions will need to defend and regain their lead. Soot with 5 seconds on the shot clock, guarded by Keys. Brynjuk switches on him. A step-back triple. Rattles out, and the rebound goes to Njai. Here's Njai. Difficult layup, but it'll go to the line. Tavi Jurkatam now whistled for his 3rd personal foul. Teams first with a little over 7.5 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Buna Njai was the BLNO scoring champion last season. A big part for the Lions' success, a reason they've won 2 consecutive Norwegian League titles. Brother of current coach ALEXELA, and I've spoken to Alex about that relationship between you two. Is it any different? And he simply told me, I am the one that screams at him the most out of everybody. ALEXELA also played professionally in Norway as well, and he's had quite a few awards for himself. Here's Post on the foul line. Kicks it out to Soot. 4 seconds remaining. The triple missed by Suror. Hakeem tried to find Brynjik down low, but look what I found. Joshua Keys. 2-second offensive rebounds. Brynjik couldn't handle it. Here comes TalTech. Post right into the hands of Hakeem. Allende, the dish to Njai, and he gets tackled down by Suror. Quick back and forth action from both teams as Oliver Suror whistled now for the foul, the team's second here in the third. Back underway, and Jai couldn't handle it. TalTech with the ball in their hands, down by 1. 6:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Joshua Keys leading the charge, 12 points with 13 rebounds and 3 assists. Off for TalTech, it's been Simon Sutt leading the way with 9 points, and Oliver Surorg Post with 8. Triples money for Surorg, now sits at 12. Brynjik, the pivot, and the 2. Bogdan Brynjik with 4 points, showing the footwork under the rim. Lions and TalTech now tied. 6 minutes remaining here in the third. Well defended by the Lions. Offensive rebound taken by Yurkatam, and he gets fouled. Bogdan Brynjik now his second personal. Now the Lions' first team foul with a little less than 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Ethan Igbenugo now checking in. Nicholas Skeven will take a seat. Tavi Yurkatam, his father Veiko, played professionally in Estonia. Also, his brother Mick Yurkatam is also currently playing professionally in Italy. So, Tavi has been around the game of basketball for as long as he can live. Line drive free throw missed on the second. Joshua Keys with the rebound. Now approaching a new season high on his rebounding total. He now has 14 total rebounds. His season high is 15 against Donar Groningen, as he throws an errant pass to Brynjik, which flies out of bounds. That's now the Lions' 14th turnover of the game. Yurkatam, extra dish, Valb, extra feed, Surorg, kaboom! Oliver Surorg with 2 triples here in the third quarter. TalTech by 3, and the Lions turn it over. Here comes Surorg, the lob. Yurkatam misses the layup. Well played by TalTech to recover the offensive rebound. Valb looking for Yurkatam. One-on-one with Njai. Goes inside, puts it in, and the foul. Tavi Yurkatam with a difficult layup to the basket, and he'll go to the line. Took the contact on Njai, drove inside, and a difficult right-handed finish. And this is going to be his second trip to the line this quarter. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for Tavi. Misses the free throw. A 70% foul line shooter heading into this game. He's now 1 of 3 from the line this quarter. Hakeem on the spin, loses handle of the ball. Another Lions turnover. Their 16th of the game. Surorg was red hot from deep. Now 2 of 3 from downtown in the court. Igbanugo on the drive. Has to throw something up. Couldn't get it with the left. This has been all TalTech's quarter here in the third, as they have a 5-point lead with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ball defended by Hakeem on the passing lane. Multiple substitutions for both teams. It's going to be William Liebeck and Oliver Wiesnes now checking in for the Lions. Indrik Sunelik now coming onto the floor for TalTech. His 6th pro season out of Northwest Florida State College. His 3rd season with TalTech. Sudorg. TalTech move it around. The triple's up. Rattles out on the 3 by Sunelik, and it's going to be TalTech ball. Joshua Keys has grabbed quite a few rebounds here in the third, but he's been held scoreless in the third with 3:44 remaining in the third. He is the Lions' leading scorer with 12. Ayinde Hakeem has 8, and Buna Njai has 7. Oliver Wiesnes now getting his first minutes of action. The fadeaway is good. Simon Soot with the bucket, his 11th point. And TalTech now regaining their confidence and putting on the clamps in the third quarter. There's a Bogdan Brynjuk 2, and here's Liebeck in and out again. It's the defense that's gotten the job done for TalTech. And defense is what's getting the job done now in the third as Liebeck gets whistled for the foul. First personal on Liebeck. Now the second, not only the second team foul against the Lions. A little bit unlucky for the Lions. They've been close on a few attempts. Beautiful ball movement. Metsalu cutting on the baseline. And that's going to be a new lead for TalTech at 9, tied for their largest. How will the Lions answer? They've struggled putting the ball in the rim. They go to Keys as he gets whistled for the foul by Oliver Surorg for his 2nd personal. Second personal, 3rd team foul for TalTech, and it's going to be a quick timeout on the floor. It's been Surorg's show with 2 triples here in the third quarter, and the Lions struggling to put the ball in the basket. TalTech regained their largest lead of the game with 9. It's been Oliver Surog's third quarter to remember. So far has 2 triples in the third. Leading score for TalTech as they only have 8 players in their rotation. Here today he is shooting 40% from 3 this game, 4 of 10, 5 of 11 from the field. And we're back underway. Lions had a 1-point lead heading into the break, now down by 9. Rebound taken down by Valb. Metsalu with a free drive rejected by Visnes. A 2-handed swat. Metsalu the 3. That one short. Keys takes down the rebound. Whistle will be called on the floor against TNT. Christian Kitzing, his now first personal foul, the team's 4th here in the third quarter. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. Lions have struggled to put the ball in the basket and frankly gotten any momentum. Speaking of momentum, Joshua Keys, Mr. Do-It-All himself. He'll go to the line and finally breaks a 7-minute, 57-second drought of scoring the ball. His first bucket of the second half, and what a time for it to arrive. This is his first trip to the foul line, 75% in the ENBL. Puts it in for his 15th point of the game. Also has 16 rebounds and a new season high 7 steals in the ENBL. Metsalu turning the corner and puts it in. Igbanugo to Fongier. Nice fake and drive-by, finds Liebeck in the corner. He looks to drive, and he'll go to the line. Simon Soot whistled for the foul. That's a 3rd personal, now 5th team foul against TalTech ALEXELA. William Liebeck has had a really good game, giving an instant spark off the bench. He had a solid and 1 in the first quarter, hit the leading 3 to end the first half to give them a 1-point lead, which was 40-39. William Liebeck knocking down the free throw. This is his 2nd trip to the line. Two for 2. 6-point TalTech lead, 55-49. A minute and a half remaining. TalTech looking for their 3rd ENBL win in a row. Nice dish. It's Oliver Sudorg again. 18 points for Oliver. 3 of 4 from downtown in the third. Keys doubled on the elbow. Kicks it out. Here's Igbanugo. Looking to dance. Finds Fongier for 3. Liebeck tried to tip it in the Lions' favor. It's TalTech ball. Valb the dish down low. Kitzing cutting in for 2. Christian Kitzing now with his first 2. Largest lead of the game for TalTech. They're moving the ball incredibly well, making the timely cuts necessary. Speaking of cutting, Fongier rejected by Kitzing. Bodan Brynjak will now check in. Oliver Visnes will take a seat. It's Liebeck, Brynjak, Fongier, Keys, and Igbanugo on the floor for the Lions. Igbanugo a 3. That one short. Offensive rebound. Momentarily taken by Brynjak, but TalTech have it. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Valb has it. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Valb gets it back from Sudorg. Yurkatam, Sudo to beat the buzzer. Just short, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. A 20. Lions play, they find a way to turn up a gear in the second half. We've seen it against CSO Voluntari on the home floor. We've seen it against Centinix. And the Lions, they're appreciative of playing against higher level competition, and this is a great learning experience for them. But for some reason, these teams in the second half, they find a way to just shift a gear and adjust really well on the fly, which is one of the reasons why we see TalTech have their largest lead of the game. It's 60-49 ALEXELA. Joshua Keys has done everything that he could. 15 points, 16 rebounds with 7 steals. That's been the overall team play for this TalTech team. As well as the three-point shooting. They're 8 of 24, 33% is TalTech. The Lions, 6 of 16, 37%. 9 of 10 from the line is the Lions, while TalTech 4 of 9 from the line. But it's been the two-point conversion that has been the big favor. The Lions are 11 of 31 within the three-point line at 35%, while TalTech 61%. 16 of 26. Well, the Lions crawl back and win their first ENBL win of the season. Or will TalTech win 3 in a row and get one step closer to the ENBL postseason? My name is Max Cates, welcoming you to some fantastic Northern European basketball action in Haukelandshall in Bergen, Norway. The Lions lost to Donar Groningen last week, 88-80. They lost a three-point duel. They were 7 of 29 from deep. Donar Groningen 11 of 35 from 3. But the key that they were so close was the foul line, and the Lions have done the same. They have 5 extra free throws made. They're shooting 90% from line, 9 out of 10. While TalTech are 4 of 9 from the free throw line. We've seen a lot more ball movement from TalTech in the third. Nice step back by Joshua Keys for his 17th point of the game. He's going to need to have a big fourth quarter to get the Lions the win. Nice pass intercepted by Brynjik. They move it around. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Valb, a one dribble crossover pull-up is money. Karel Valb with the 2. Spent majority of his time in the second division for Tamsalu Los Toros last season. Nice two-pointer up and in again for Joshua Keys. 2 for 2 to open up the fourth quarter for Joshua. Arguably having his best game in the ENBL this season, as Yurkatam driving on Nainde Hakim, and he'll go to the line. That's the kind of mismatch hunting TalTech have been capable of. It's a power forward at 6'9" Yurkatam on Nainde Hakim, standing at 5'11". Yurkatam 0 of 3 from the line heading into this trip, now 1 of 4. Has been a really solid piece for this team this season. 10, 6, 1 steal, and 1 block of the year. As he knocks down the second free throw. 10 points for Tavi. Here's Ayinde Hakim with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Looks to dance with Kitsing. Fakes out to Skoran. In and out on the triple. And he's had multiple of those throughout the game where the ball rattles in and out. Valb on the drive. Referee blew the whistle on the floor. And another personal foul will be called on Ayinde Hakim. Third personal on Hakim. Second team foul on the Lions. A little over 8 minutes remaining. Valb 3. That one's perfect. Karel Valb now in double figures with 10. Coming off his best ENBL game yet versus Alkar Sinj with 10. Skoran in and out again. It's going to be TalTech ball. Now with their largest lead of the game at 14 points, the Lions will need to find a way to push the pace and get the easy looks going. But sometimes the basketball gods aren't really in your favor. Skoran has had 2 good looks. They rattle in and out. While TalTech, they've been looking for their mismatches, and they've hit the timely shots when needed. Kitsing a 3. Just short. Charge and an offensive foul on Joshua Keys. And Christian Kitsing is down, holding his face. From my viewpoint, it looked like as Keys was losing the ball, he reached his arm out by accident. Didn't look like it was anything intentional. Kitsing can still go on his 2 feet. As it's going to be a quick VAR check. Most likely to check if it was unsportsmanlike. TalTech in firm control of the second half. 67-53 is your score. It's been all Joshua Keys for the Lions, having his best game of the season. 19 points, 16 rebounds, and a whole lot of steals to match. He has 7 of them. Right now, there's going to be a decision on the floor whether or not he'll get an unsportsmanlike contact foul. He got whistled for the charge, but they're going to see if they're going to upgrade it to something else. As he was losing the ball, looks like his forearm went straight into number 11, Christian Kitsing, and he went down and he was shaken up. Joshua Keys will now take a seat, and the Lions will now put in Eric Fungier. Keys with this third personal. Now sitting on the bench, he's been the best player on the floor out of everybody. So big question is, who will step up for the Lions to help rally this comeback? It's 7.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Lions have yet to get a win in the ENBL this season, leading by 1 at the end of the first half. Christian Kitsing knocks down the technical free throw. Kitsing has played all around the world. He's played in Argentina and Denmark. Both in the same year in 2016, he actually won a championship with the Bucking Bears that season. They played ENBL action last year. He's also a 6-time Estonian League champion. Most recent came in 2023 with BC Kalev Cramo. The triple is up. Metsalu misses. Offensive rebound, TalTech. Well defended by Njai, and Fyllingen whistled for the foul. Second personal on Eric Fyllingen. Now the team's fourth. Team down by 16, 7 minutes remaining. Seward down low and the foul. Metsalu. Timely cut, timely finish. And TalTech are running away with this one in Bergen. Oliver Metsalu, team's joint leading scorer with 14 points per game. Coming off an ENBL season high 16 points and 7 rebounds versus Hefte Helfen October 8th. Metsalu now with 11. Triple just short by Fyllingen. It's going to be TalTech ball. Everybody shares for TalTech ALEXELA. 4 players in double figures. It's Oliver Sudold with 17. Simon Soot with 11. Tavi Jurkatam together with Karel Valb with 10. And approaching double figures is Oliver Metsalu with 9. Two seconds remaining. A one-footed heave. And Valb will go to the line. Had to throw it in the end of the shot clock. Fouled by Buna and Jai, and Valb will take 3 free throws. Karel Valb has yet to miss this game. 6 of 6 from the field. 2 of 2 from within the three-point line. He's 4 for 4 from the field. Knocks down the second one. Valb was 50% from the line heading into this game. 21 years old. And has been the stellar backup point guard that this team has really needed to look to get the win here in Norway. Back underway. Skerrand forced to feed it. Here's Fyllingen with 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Jai misses from the baseline. Offensive rebound. Brynjak. Extra feed. Igbonugo knocks it down. Ethan Igbonugo signed with the Lions last week after Paul Olivier suffered a season-ending injury. And this is his 3rd game of the season. Made his debut versus Donar Groningen last week, and it's still Lions ball. But the time has to be now for the Lions to come back. Kitsing will take a seat for TalTech. Jurketam will now come back onto the floor. Here's Brynjuk. Up top to Njai. Rebound taken by Sunelik. Here's Varb. Metsalu flares down low. An open three for Sunelik as he knocks it down. Indrek Sunelik was 50% from three heading into this one. 4 of 8 from deep in the ENBL. And that might be wraps. Nice backdoor cut by Brynjuk for 2. Haven't seen a lot of dunks from Brynjuk. He's normally gathering so many rebounds for the Lions. Has also showed some nice footwork down on the paint. Foul will be called on the floor. Buna Njai whistled for the foul. Eric Funge and Nicolas Skeven will now take a seat for the Lions. William Lübeck and Oliver Wiesnes will now come onto the floor. Oliver Metsalu, 4 of 5 from the line today. Knocks down the first one. Has had a solid game so far. Just got his 12th point from the line. And he is the 5th TalTech player in double figures. Also has 6 rebounds. Joint leading rebounder together with Sunelik. Splits the pair at the line. 4.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Lions, down by 20, need to go fast for a chance to get their first home win in ENBL history. They played really well throughout most of the stretches in the game, but it was in the second half, which is where we saw TalTech shine. And Jai with a deep 2, that one's off. Rebound taken by TalTech. Here comes Sunelik and lays it home for 2. They've won 5 out of their last 7 games in international and domestic play. Brynjuk, off its own offensive rebound, puts it up. (28 of 46 shooting for TalTech. That one's just short. And the Lions will need to push fast to have a chance as Sunelik will foul Igbenugo. The Lions had a really good shot. However, they just ran out of steam. It was the turnovers that cost them. 18 total turnovers in the game. TalTech has 15. Igbenugo picks it up. Here's Wiesnes. Drives inside, pivots, rejected by Metsalu. And it's still going to be Lions ball as Suwerg couldn't save it. Igbenugo with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Stops on a dime and puts it in. Igbenugo making a solid impression with his shot creating as he puts it in. Something I'm really noticing about him is that he can really get to his spots when he drives to the rim, can pull for a nice mid-range jumper. But the three-pointer is his true bread and butter. He takes quite a few. And once he gets settled in, he'll be somebody to look out for, not only in the ENBL, but at the domestic level in Norway as well. Brings a different dynamic to the roster. Brynjuk down the middle, couldn't get it in, and the referee blew the whistle on the floor. Brynjuk showing really good play towards the last few minutes in the fourth quarter. There's a nice spark on the offensive rebounding for the Lions, one of the reasons they were up in rebounds towards the middle stages of the game. Brynjuk rattles on the first one. Brynjuk, born and raised in Ukraine, where he has played professionally, won the Ukrainian Super League Championship with SC Promete Kamianske in 2021. But he has taken his talents around Europe as well, has also played in Italy and Lithuania. 2 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. A 16-point TalTech lead who's going to now look to burn the clock and get the win. Evar Dahlberg now checking into the game, the youngster. Jurka Tom down low, Sunalik. Met upstairs by Brynjuk, but it'll go to the line. Indrek Sunalik has nearly played 20 minutes this game, 19:45 to be exact. Joint leading rebounder with 6 and also has a steal to his name, so he's done all the dirty work. Splits the pair at the line, 1 for 2. A quick timeout on the floor, 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. TalTech in firm control, up by 17. Multiple scorers on the floor. They prove that sharing is caring and are looking to get their third ENBL win in a row. Welcome back to Haukelandshall in Norway as TalTech ALEXELA look to cruise away for their third consecutive ENBL win and the Lions' first home win in their team's history in the international level will unfortunately have to wait. The Lions up by 1 heading into the second half. A ENBLeague 3 will do the trick, and it's been a phenomenal game for Joshua Keys, who unfortunately isn't playing right now. Got a technical, and we haven't seen him since. But he's been phenomenal. 19 points, 16 rebounds, 7 steals. An absolute baller from the United States. Dahlberg with the miss. Lions have the ball yet again. Igbenugo loses it. Surord lays it in for 2. Sudog lays it in, and he now has a new season high, as that too is up and in. A triple for the Lions. This is arguably one of the best halves I've seen from the Lions, up by 1. But as mentioned, these teams that are outside of Norway, they just find a way to get to the second gear and get the job done. And this team from Estonia sure has put on a clinic in the second half. The ball movement has been incredible. They're finding the cutters, they're hitting the shots, and they are beyond unselfish. 5 players in double figures, and Seam Post has 8 points. Here you see Metsalu looking to reset. One more ENBL action. TalTech ALEXELA will face CSO Voluntari, the Romanian powerhouse. January 14th of next year, the three-pointer's up and short. While the Lions, their next opportunity to get a win versus the Bristol Flyers. 7th of January 2026 as Liebeck, a beautiful reverse. William Liebeck with arguably his best game in the ENBL this season. A beautiful reverse layup across the baseline. And Kitsing will now be on the line. Looks like a foul was called on Igbenuga. Is Kitsing with the technical free throw. Has played 16 minutes. That's the least out of every player on TalTech's team. Oliver Wiesnes will check in, as well as Nicolas Ballone and number 7, Simon Trunstad. Has previous BLNO experience. Also a part of the reality TV show as well, a YouTuber as well in the Norwegian scene. Seward to end it all, and he puts it in. Seward with now a season high in the ENBL, 22 points on 6 of 14 shooting from downtown. Wiesnes elevates and puts it in, and that'll be it. TalTech 89, Fyllingen Lions 71, and that will do it. TalTech ALEXELA, with their 3rd ENBL win in a row, are slowly but steady climbing up to the playoff race across Northern Europe. While the Fyllingen Lions still look to get their first win of the ENBL season, now down to 0-6, as they'll look to get their first one against Bristol after the new year. A great performance overall from TalTech, led by Oliver Surol, 22 points of the evening. But there has been 5 players in double figures for TalTech, which has gotten the job done, as well as being 16 of 24 from the foul line, while the Lions were 11 of 12. Joshua Keys continuing his dominant play with 19 points, 16 rebounds, and a new ENBL career high 7 steals. Wasn't enough with Bogdan Brynjik with 11 points and 7 rebounds. He continues his stellar play. My name is Max Cates. Thank you for tuning in, and that will be it here in Norway.